She laughed at my little hobby in front of the entire family at Christmas dinner. Then she pulled out her phone, Googled my name to prove her point, and didn't say a single word for the next hour. The table went silent. For the first time in 5 years, my mother-in-law realized she had no idea who she was talking about. To understand why that moment mattered, we need to go back. Since the day I married her son, Barbara has treated my business like a craft project. I design handcrafted accessories inspired by traditional techniques. I started in a tiny apartment with $300 and a folding table. It grew from there. But because I don't work in a glass office tower, she assumes I don't really work. At every holiday, she asks when I'm getting a real job. She tells relatives my projects keep me busy, while her son carries the financial load. My husband has defended me countless times. She never listens. By year 4, my company had a 6-month waiting list. We were featured in national publications. Revenue passed $500,000. I hired staff. We moved into a proper studio. I never mentioned numbers at family dinners. I didn't need their validation. Until that Christmas. Barbara clinked her fork against her plate. It's sweet that she has a hobby, she said, smiling at the table. But eventually, Christopher can't support a whole family alone. There it was. I felt my husband tense beside me. He started to respond. I gently squeezed his hand and stopped him. Then I said calmly, Barbara, I appreciate your concern. But I assure you, I'm very comfortable financially. She gave me that polite smile. Of course you are. Christopher has always been responsible. That was the turning point. Instead of arguing, I pulled out my phone and slid it across the table. Why don't you Google my company? She frowned but typed anyway. I watched her expression change in real time. First confusion, then recognition, then silence. An article from a major business magazine. A feature about emerging luxury brands. Photos of my studio. Interviews. Revenue estimates. My name. Her sister leaned over to look. Then her brother. The phone started moving around the table. Barbara set her wine down slowly. You own this? She asked. Yes, I said. For years. No one laughed. For the rest of dinner she barely spoke. No more jokes. No more commentary about real jobs. Later that evening she pulled me aside. Not to apologize fully, that would have required humility, but to say, I didn't realize it was that serious. I never hid it, I replied. You just never asked. After that night something shifted. Family conversations changed tone. Questions became curious instead of mocking. My work was no longer described as a pastime. I didn't win because I embarrassed her. I won because I stayed quiet long enough to let the facts speak. Some people only respect what they can measure. And sometimes the most powerful response isn't defending yourself. It's letting them discover who you've been all along.